Hello Reformers and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now when we left off we were at Stony Sept defending it, because that's just how things go here. We're defending, attacking and defending and attacking. And in this case we're actually defending once again against Mr. Tarth. Yes, Mr. Tarth from the Stormlands no less. Actually that's pretty rare to have someone like that actually still attacking us. And this is the Weeping Town, if you obviously didn't see, because I rushed down here as quickly as I could, and it seemed as though there was a bit of a delay in this guy actually trying to go in here, because he was just kind of walking around in the vicinity, but it was still under siege, so I can assume that something was going on there, maybe a bit of a delay from one of our vassals, maybe helping us out or something like that. I don't know what happened, but thankfully I was able to make it here just in time. Literally about 5 seconds after I arrived in the town itself, that's when he started to go in. So it would have been really, really late if I had taken any longer. And now, amusingly enough, Stony Sept is now under siege once again. So unfortunately it doesn't seem like many of the Dragonstone vassals are taking a very proactive approach here. Now, I'd very much appreciate it if they would, if they'd actually try and help us out a little bit and maybe, use their influence and their power some places to actually make sure that their territory is as safe as it can be. But unfortunately that doesn't seem to be happening at the moment, which is a bit weird. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but, well, what can you do? What can you do? Anyway, we are, I think, in a pretty decent position here. I mean, obviously this is the Weeping Town, which we have defended against many, many times over beforehand, and I think we're going to be fine here as well. I mean, it's been a while since we've actually fought against the Stormlands, so yeah, maybe they're going to have some surprises for us. I mean, Tarth in general is a vassal that is, well, fielding much better units on the whole than most. I mean, he has a bunch of vanguards here, and, they're obviously quite dangerous. If you allow them to do their damage, then it's very, very dangerous indeed. So that is obviously quite a big problem. But I think at the moment, I don't think they're going to have anything against us. I mean, here's the thing. What should I do here? Should I just stay up here, or should I go behind them and actually do a little bit of commando action? Because that was pretty fun last time, so I think we might want to do that. Because if we go behind them, we're just going to make things a whole lot easier, aren't we? So let's do that. Let's just jump down and see what we can do. Yeah, exactly. So these guys, they deal so much damage with their two-handed swords. And we are making things a little bit easier for our forces here, so they don't have to deal with as many vanguards. But as you can see, they are being pretty annoying with the fact that they have long swords. Long swords. Oh, this was a mistake, wasn't it? Yeah, this was a pretty bad mistake on my part by the looks of things, but it's fun, and I don't really care either way because we are going to win this. It's just a case of when. Alright, so to switch things up a little bit, I have decided to retreat and go in against this guy in a field battle. Now, I can only hope that the AI is going to decide to come and meet us in the middle, otherwise it's going to be one of those things where he's just going to stay over there and not really do anything. This reminds me very much, this is kind of a nostalgic feeling where I was playing Britain Water. This is all the way back in 2013 as far as I'm aware. I think that's when I played Britain Water for the first time. And I made, I don't know, 140 or so episodes on that. And it was hilarious because there was one time, well, actually quite a few times, but there's this one time that I remember quite vividly where I was running along and then I noticed on the battle map that the enemy were not moving. And obviously I was outnumbering them quite significantly, and so it's obvious, to think that they wouldn't want to meet you, because that just means that they're going to their demise that much quicker. However, along the way there, I thought to myself, okay, maybe I can try and mess around with the shield wall formations with our infantry to try and make it a little bit quicker for our forces to get there, because in Brittenwalder the shield wall formation makes the infantry quite slow, so it was just taking double the time to get over the map. And so I was just messing around with the F keys, and at that point I was using, I think it was F9 or F8 or something along those lines for my recording key, so you can kind of understand what went on. And suffice it to say, I stopped my recording and then I was just talking to myself for at least 10 minutes, and then I was like, oh, it's not recording. That's not very good, is it? Yeah, I probably need to do something about that. So yeah, then I resumed the recording, and at least I didn't lose too much of it, but still, this reminds me of that kind of thing. So hopefully we're not going to have that kind of thing happen again, and I will be able to use my forces to help me out here a little bit, because I was a bit worried there for a second. I thought to myself, oh yes, let me just run into the forces and become completely outnumbered instantly. I basically just did that. But it seems like we're able to overrun them very, very quickly, because of course they only have 45 units remaining. And that's what we like to see, isn't it? Yes, that is indeed what we like to see. Okay, I'm going to try and headshot that guy over there if I can. Or not. Yeah, I thought to myself, I have one chance to do this, Elias, and he was just not doing it. No, he was just not doing it at all. Oh well, never mind. Alright, so there you go. At least we took him out, and unfortunately he did manage to escape, but that is the case with many things here. And we're now gonna head back to Stony Sept and see if we can make it there in time. Ah, look, it is Lord Byron. Lord Byron. Yes, and he is part of the Westerlands. He was very, very close to Stony Sept, and it seems like they were attempting to take it with only 2 vassals, this guy and someone else, and I think the other guy had about 39 or so units, and this guy has about 50, so it's pretty much just playing cleanup at the moment. I think that since we defeated the rather large, overwhelming force of the Westerlands previously, that most of the vassals running around now are pretty easy to deal with. At least I hope that that is going to be the case for the foreseeable future. As you can see though, everything seems to be dying very, very quickly. I mean, we're able to, eliminate the actual Lord himself. Yes, that is what you get. That is what you get. Alright, so let's see if I can actually do something here. Let's see if I can try and eliminate some of these. Maybe get a little bit of extra experience, because I would like to try and level my charisma to 15. Because leveling up our leadership does have the added benefit of increasing our army capacity and overall giving us a really, really nice morale boost and a bit of a discount on our weekly wages. And that is very, very important as it stands, because obviously making money is a little bit easier now that we have Stony Sept under our control, but I just noticed on our last weekly wages that we are getting, I think it is, what was it now, 4,000 I think? 4,000 from our oil press in the Weeping Town, so it really doesn't even matter that the, what is it now, what is it? Stony Sept, yes, that's it. It really doesn't matter whether Stony Sept gets taken, because the Weeping Town oil press is giving us about the same as the ironworks, but obviously if we have both, then that's going to make a huge difference. Alright, so seeing as we've won this, onward to Stony Sept. I was about to say Stonewood. Yes, Stonewood, onward, yeah, you get it. Alright, so we have come close to Stony Sept here, and as you can see, there seems to be LOGER? Okay, yeah, let's let's forget that happened. Lord Roger. Alright, so forevermore, this fellow is now LOGER. Yes, LOGER Seret, yes. This guy's name is Senis, if we're, gonna go with that, and Lyles. Lyles actually sounds pretty legit, but still. Anyway, what's his name? Sir Dennis is running away from us. Anyway, we're gonna try and eliminate the various Westlands vassals in this area. If I do not get Stony Sept awarded to us, I'm pretty sure we're probably not gonna get it, but if we don't, then I'm just gonna leave and well, that's the thing, I can't really leave because we have to make sure that it stays under our control for the, you know, obvious, blatant, lucrative business venture that is the ironworks there. Anyway, you're in the mood for something special today, perhaps a minor feast. Talking to one of your courtiers, you settle on hosting a feast for your retinue and decide to buy meat pies or buy honeyed chicken. Honeyed chicken. There we go. 2 renown for us, that's pretty good. Alright, so yeah, as you could see, most of the Western lands are really not doing a very good job. They seem to just be running around with some really sort of low-tier vassals. No offense. No offense, low-tier vassals. But yes, it seems like there doesn't seem to be very much going on there. And wow, really? That's all they have in there? It's under siege, but no one's here, so I guess I could just wait here for some time and... Alright, well, as I said, it was highly unlikely that he was going to be awarding this to us because, again, we have our own town and we have 2 castles. So I'm going to be accepting the decision and allowing him to give Stony Sept to someone else, and hopefully that someone else is actually going to start garrisoning it properly. Anyway, I think now would be a pretty good time to maybe eliminate this guy. I don't know where LOGER's gone, but maybe we can catch up to him at some point. Anyway, for now, we're just going to be dealing with this guy, and I suppose we'll be running all the way across the map yet again. Alright, well here we are, we're right in front of the enemy. They did actually decide to move from their starting position. Ugh, yes, great, good. Good work speaking, me. Yes, anyway, point is, they did decide to move, and that's always nice to see, because now they just get to stand here and die while they don't really do much to defend themselves, which is very strange in itself, but I suppose that is just to be expected. Come on, let's try and eliminate them as best we can. I want that level up, Elias. Yes. Give me that experience, that sweet experience. Yes, the blood is flying in the air, and we can smell the victory coming. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Yeah, it's very slick. I hope no one noticed that I did that completely wrong. Good. Alright, anyway, point is, we're good. We're absolutely fine. And we can then, hopefully, head on. I was actually going to suggest that we take River Run, because I'm wondering whether that has an opposite effect. So, for example, if we were to take River Run, would that mean that the phrase would go somewhere else? I mean, I don't think that they would join Dragonstone, and I don't think that they would join anyone else if anyone else took it either, but they might decide to go back to somewhere else, to whoever they came from. I'm actually unsure whether that is actually a thing, you know. I mean, I'm actually hoping it might be, but I think for the most part that's probably not going to happen, but I thought maybe we could give it a shot, maybe? I'm not entirely sure, but anyway, yeah, as you can see, there's only 62 over there, and okay, what's going on here? You have decided to bring order to your holdings by introducing a new law. After consulting your courtiers, you decide to outlaw turnips, outlaw pants, outlaw violence, outlaw serfdom, or outlaw heresy. Right, okay, I guess we can outlaw violence. Well, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it wasn't going to make any difference either, but apparently your courtiers roll their eyes. Well, they're getting executed, aren't they? They're getting executed very, very soon. Okay, so Giles is over here, and he's attempting to take Stony Sept again. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the mod options here, and I'm going to try and tell them... Look at this, the formation's battle AI is actually disabled. Okay. Right, so they should technically just charge, right? But they're not doing that. There must be something that I'm not doing here. Maybe it's the special orders thing, or something like that. I don't actually know. Oh, by the way, yes, a number of you have asked in the past how to get the battle minimap to show up all the time. Well, this is how you do it. Just go into the camp menu, and then you just tick this little button here, and that's it. Anyway, Yeah, that doesn't seem to be doing much for us. And I'm kind of a bit tired of these guys trying to take Stony Sept all the time. So I'm going to wait here for a little bit and see whether they come back. Ah, here we go. All right, so we have an event going on here. Dire news, everyone. If you get where that's from, then good for you. Anyway, shouts an old man standing a few feet from you. The wall has fallen and savages roam free. The man is clearly frightened and walks away muttering curses and something about giants and grumpkins. I thought he was talking about pumpkins, because Halloween's very, very close. In real life, that is. The free folk have declared war against the Night's Watch. And the Westerlands has declared war against the Night's Watch as well, as the Iron Islands and the Free Folk has declared war against the North. Alright, so I don't even know what happened there. It seems like a bunch of different people have declared war against each other, and this is going to be pretty interesting. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen in the North now, because as far as I am aware... Now there's the Free Folk, they apparently have already taken a castle, but as far as I'm aware, the Night's Watch has extremely good and powerful units. So I am assuming that they're probably going to absolutely murder the Free Folk, because they are just wildlings as far as I remember, at least. And I think, isn't that it? I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else that we can really do here, so yeah. But I've just been waiting here for a little bit, and it doesn't seem like anyone's coming back. Ah, Giles, really? Giles, I don't know why you're doing this to me, Giles. You really are quite the thorn in the side of justice. No, not justice, but yes, you are being very irritating. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm literally going to I'm going to just hunt down Giles real quick, because he is being very annoying, isn't he? I mean, he's just like, oh, you left that place? I'm going to go and raid it. Oh, you left that one? I'm going to raid that too. Yes, he's being very vengeful, isn't he? We must teach him true vengeance, shall we? Yes, let's do that. Alright, so, well, this is actually a pretty cool map. I like this battle map. This is a nice change of pace, really, because usually it's just, you know, flat battlefield with a bit of a river in the middle or something along those lines. But this is cool, because it has one of these really nice trees. As far as I'm aware, some of you said that was a weirwood, I guess. I think that was true, a weirwood tree or something along those lines. Anyway, point is, it's really cool. There's a bunch of mist and there's a bunch of bones here, and we probably don't want to end up as being some of those bones, so let's try and be a little bit sneaky here and place my archers in the safety of the bushes. Yes, safe bushes. And then we're going to place our infantry over here, and hopefully our cavalry can go over there and maybe do a little bit of a flanky action going on. Maybe we can get some of that going. Oh, it seems like someone has already jumped the gun somewhat. Okay, well, let's just tell all of them to charge in now. Let's tell the infantry to charge in, tell the cavalry to charge in. Hopefully that's a pretty decent angle for them to charge in at. I mean, as you can see, our infantry is already kind of doing damage, so it's not really the best. I mean, I was kind of anticipating the enemy to charge at our infantry from the other side, but it seems like they haven't done that, so oh well. I suppose that's not really a big deal, as long as we can eliminate that guy. Yes, he was the key to the whole operation. He was the mastermind. No, it was just a regular Westerlands knight, but still. It's nice to eliminate those elite units, make sure that they don't deal too much damage to us. And now we have one final wave to deal with, but yes, hopefully Giles will stay out of our way for a considerable amount of time. Otherwise, oh, you don't want to know what's going to happen. I mean, here's the thing. I actually wish... I don't know whether they do have that in this mod. I know in other mods they do have the ability to execute lords that you have captured. And in this case, Giles has certainly earned an execution. That is for sure, because he is being very, very naughty, shall we say. And I'm not a big fan of his right now, because he's just like, let me raid your village, let me siege your town, and so on. Yeah, he's being very proactive, shall we say. I suppose that is a much better way to describe it, because in general, he would be hailed as a hero. in the Westerlands, because he's doing all these things to try and defeat his enemies. But for his enemies, he's an annoyance, he's a nuisance. And then, you know what can be nuisances? Nuisances can be stamped out. That is exactly what's going on here. Anyway, there you go. Hopefully we'll be able to take him... Really? Giles? Oh, come on now, Giles. That was... that was a heavy Westerlander night. Wow. That was pretty crazy. Oh, and I really wanted to take him prisoner, but... he was just like, oh, see you later. Yeah, that was great. Oh, well, anyway, seems like we're going to be taking Riverrun in the next episode. Harrenhal has just come under siege by Lord Eldon. They're starting to actually do something again. Fantastic, because they did take Harrenhal a while ago, and then they let it get taken or something? I don't know. Dragonstone seems to have a bit of a weird philosophy about defending, because they take something. Oh, they took Tumbleton. Oh, thank you. Oh, that is great. Okay, I take it all back. Take it all back. Dragonstone is actually attempting to do something, which is... thank goodness, really, because... I mean, I can't do it all by myself, can I? Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.